Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View in association with Petzl. We'll start with this chart which shows you the rainfall in blue. The white colours indicate the cloud extent and the blacker colours the clearer sky, and that's what we start with across the Highlands on a Wednesday. A widespread frost then under those clear skies and some sunshine which will be around for much of the day across many northern regions. So the cloud will tend to increase from the south as time goes on, as some fronts start to push their way northwards, and that is producing a lot of very low cloud, murky conditions across England and Wales. The North Pennines and the lakes may just start off dry, but increasingly wet conditions push further northwards here as the morning goes on, and that damp weather will also turn up into southern Scotland too. The rain may just ease off a touch for Wales as we go through into the afternoon, but it stays a rather murky and cloudy story. Through the afternoon, some patchy rain and hill snow above around 600 metres or so will start to encroach into the southern Highlands, and that becomes a bit more persistent then into the evening and the night. Quite a complicated looking weather map then for Wednesday, with those fronts drifting northwards responsible for that rain and drizzle. Some strong and gusty southeasterly winds will be around as well, that up to gale force in places around some western mountains. A further front out to the west eventually will start to come in overnight and into Thursday. Now that feature will start to encroach further eastwards with time, and some rather dull and damp conditions in the forecast then for Thursday daytime. Some rain, some drizzle, some hill snow, temperatures just tending to come down a touch around freezing point above around 800 or 900 metres. Best chance for some brightness toward the north of the Highlands again, with some cloud breaks possible, and around Pennine areas early in the day, possibly Wales later on if that front does clear from the west. Mostly light winds, gusty in places for a time, but nothing particularly excessive. Now pressure is looking fairly high into Friday and the weekend as well. The leftovers of a front still likely to be somewhere around. The exact detail is uncertain. It may be that front is a touch further east than this chart would suggest, but there's the risk then of some residual low cloud, some drizzly conditions, a few snow flurries over some hills, but also some decent bright weather. I think the best of conditions focused towards western regions on Friday. Not much wind around, the mountains generally close to freezing point on higher terrain. Our first glimpse at the weekend is a fairly optimistic one, with high pressure nearby. Nothing too severe in the story this weekend, but some disappointing areas of low cloud and some pockets of drizzle or the odd snow flurry may just be around. Also some brighter skies and sunshine. The absolute detail is uncertain for now. Mostly light winds and temperatures on the mountains at sub-zero above around 800 metres, so that higher terrain is staying frozen and quite icy in places. It'll be a similar picture into Sunday. If anything, maybe just a touch chillier if the airflow is turning a bit more toward the northeast. The strongest of any breeze likely for England and Wales. Lighter winds for Scotland. Generally then the best of some sunshine toward the western hills in England and Wales, and more northwestern parts of Scotland. Some eastern regions could struggle with some low cloud. Not such a bad outlook then through the days ahead. Check your local information on our website. That is your Fleeting View in association with Petzl.